Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Ayana here again with another video. I thought that in today's video, since in my last video I talked about how I'm not going to be in treatment much longer, I thought that that was a really good intro into explaining to you guys a little bit more about what medication I'm exactly on, you know, what chemo I'm on. I'm going to put a link down below in my description box to my original video that talked a little bit more about the medication that I'm on, what it does, how much I take. So yeah, I'm gonna link that for you guys. Now let's get into this. Technically, I'm not on chemo, okay? Let's say that now, I'm not on chemo. The reason why I say that I'm on chemo is because it seems like it's a little bit easier for people to understand and to process instead of going into full-on details about, well, technically I'm not on chemo and I'm on this, and it's just like a really long story to explain to people. So I kind of say chemo as a broad term as to my treatment. If I'm not on chemo, what am I on? I am on what is called a targeted therapy. Now, I'm going to break this down as best as I can as to what the difference between chemo and what the difference between a targeted therapy is. So let's do this really hard to memorize, so you guys are gonna see me looking at my notes. A targeted therapy is a drug that targets specific genes, proteins, or tissue environments. It also blocks and or turns off the signals that are sent to the specific cancer cell. And it also keeps the cells from living longer than normal. The major difference between a targeted therapy and chemotherapy is that chemotherapy goes through the whole body. And when I say it goes through the whole body, I mean it also attacks healthy cells. Why a lot of people end up neutropenic, and that's because the chemo is also attacking the healthy cells while killing. I've been on a targeted therapy for going on 3 years, and through my research, I've read that, yeah, targeted therapy is less harsh, and it goes only after that specific gene or whatever it's meant to be attacking. But I've also noticed that it has caused some residual symptoms, and I guess because it's such a new drug, maybe long-term wise they haven't really realized what it can do. But what I'm trying to say is that I've noticed that being on my targeted therapy, it has messed up the lining of my bladder, and it's affected certain cognitive abilities, I guess I could say. I feel like that's also part of why it's so close to chemo to me, because I've noticed residual effects from the chemotherapy. Now, research says that when taking a targeted therapy compared to chemo, that once you stop the targeted therapy, the symptoms are known to go away. And with chemotherapy, a lot of people deal with long-time residual effects. I've just noticed that certain symptoms just have not gone away. Maybe I have to give it a little bit more time, but there are certain things that I wonder that they haven't, like I said, like they have not noticed because this drug is so new. What I also wanted to say is that a lot of cancer patients get genetic testing done, and I feel like my hospital has kind of slacked in certain departments on letting me know my options. And gene testing was one thing that I've never, not once, been approached about, which makes me really mad, because in instances like this where I'm trying to put out information for you guys and explain my situation, it makes it harder because I'm not quite sure if I have a specific gene mutation, or if it's just my cancer in my soft tissue. I'm just not sure. It's just a whole thing that I really do want to do more research into, and I have so many questions that I've got to ask my doctor that he's just been slacking on. This video seems like it's kind of all over the place, and it's kind of been a little hard for me to break down because I just have so many thoughts on this. But like I said, I'm going to link my first original video talking about the targeted therapy that I'm on, so that you guys can have a little bit more backstory onto that, because this video didn't want to make it too long and bore you guys with that because it bored me. That is the end of this video. Like, subscribe, share this if you care, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.